Looking to take your racing to the next level? It takes speed and style. At Tier 1 Setup Shop, we'll help you hit the track with total confidence. We provide race-winning setups for all three eNASCAR series, Cup, Xfinity, and Trucks, plus a huge variety of asphalt oval cars. We've also brought that performance to the dirt. Winged and non-winged sprint cars, micro sprints, dirt midgets, all built by racers who know how to win. And now, get the perfect look, too. We offer professional wraps and graphics with Tier 1 wraps. Multiple feature artists make it easy to find a design to fit your exact needs and budget. Get what you need when you need it with individual setup purchases or get full weekly access with a Tier 1 subscription. Tier 1 Setup Shop. You're more than a customer, you're part of the team.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause, not here. Each driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes in contention as drivers fight for a place in the top 5.
Think you've got what it takes to join the Charity Cup Series? Find a cause you believe in and buckle up. This is more than your everyday sim racing experience. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Real quick, people stop the real quick cut. Double check the steering wheel. Roll.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Nice and smooth. Get it all done all day long. Got a good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
Too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
We knew it was just a matter of time when Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1, 2, 3 finish.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Michigan tonight with the Victory Lane Outlaw Truck Series. It's race number 5, actually. I thought it was race number 6. Race number 5 at the Michigan International Speedway. Right today, it is 69 degrees Fahrenheit, 53% humidity. It's a clear over in the sky today. It's only 7-mile-an-hour wind, so it's not too bad on this 2-mile track. I'll tell you what, this is going to be a lot of interesting racing going on here today because we have the second to the last race in this championship. And the championship right now, Timothy Abrell, 127 points. Sage Greco, 116 points in second place. Zachary Tankersley in third place at 116 place, tied for second with Sage Greco. Josh Duncan, he is in fourth place at 110 points. Then we have Austin Smith, 108. Christopher Lewis, 102. Steven Seegers, 101. Bruce Spencer, 92 points. Chase DeRochery, is 89 points, and Ron Millam has 88 points in the 10th position. So we're going to get this thing happening. Here's our qualifying grid. This is what we've got to show. So Tim Abreu was the fastest in qualifying. Richard Covington is second. Logan Hamilton was in third. But these guys are getting ready to grid right now. So let's bring up the starting grid here, folks. We have in the pole position Tim Abreu. Then on the outside, Richard Covington. Then we have, there we go, row 2, Logan Hamilton, Lance Higgins. Row 3, Uncle Tank, Evan Leakham. Then we have row 4, Evan Robinson, Randy Cornwell. Row 5, Chris Lewis, Chase Bullard. Row 6, Austin Smith, Ron Millam. Row 7, we have Braden Craycraft, Dalton Wilson. Row 8, we have Josh Duncan, Jacob Brown. Row 9, we have Bruce Spencer and Stephen Hassett. That will be rounding out the grid here today. So these guys are going to get ready to get something going. Gonna have a good time here at the Michigan racetrack. I'll tell you what, these guys are definitely going to put on a show. We're going to have a little bit of drafting help. We're going to have a little bit of teamwork. We're going to have a few guys working against each other, a few guys working together. It's going to be a little bit of everything all the way down through the pack here today. So as you see, these guys are all lined up, getting ready to get going. Just waiting for the last couple of cars to load up. And here we go. We're getting onto the track. We're going to get this thing happening. We have no one in the YouTube channel at this point in time, but that's okay. We are going to keep an eye on that, see if anyone drops in to say hello this evening. But as of right now, we've got all the cars out on the track. We are doing 65 laps. We have one fast repair, unlimited tires tonight though, so the boys can come in and get tires anytime they want. And we have about 35 miles, or 35 laps I should say, to a tank of fuel, which would be about 60 miles, 60 to 70 miles driving on the track, on this 2-mile track. So about 35 laps thereabouts. That's what we're going to be looking for. So right now, Team Abreu, he's going to take these guys around the track. He's going to be the man to watch in that 9 machine. He was a fast truck in qualifying. Let's bring up our track map so we can keep an eye on where everyone is. The pace car is just about ready to pull off. We're going to go up to Barney on the flag stand. All right, let her away, Barney. Let's get this thing going. Here we go. We're racing. Team Abreu is jumping out in front. He's got a big push by the 14. 14's right there on the back cover, trying to get him going. Meanwhile, Richard Covington is right there as well in that 21. He's trying to hold him off. But now we have Logan Hamilton in the 14, going low. Going to see if he can make 3 wide and see if he can get up there. Right now, fighting it off with the 21. The 21, Richard Covington, he just jumped out in the lead in front of the 14, Logan Hamilton. Now, I'll tell you what, a little bit further back, these guys are 3 wide. Trying to get something going, but Richard Covington right now out in the front of this thing. Going to make it happen. We've got 1 lap around. We're on lap 2. Logan Hamilton in the 14, looking doing well. He's going to try to get down low and see if he can get ahead. He is. He's guides up almost, puts a door to him. He got it back under control. There we go, folks. The 21 and the 14. They're fighting it out. The 14 on the inside. He's got the run on the corner, but when you get to the straightaway, you'll notice that the 21 picks up speed, and he can close the gap again and jump out in front, actually, of the 14. And these guys are trying to do what they can up at the front of the pack. Meanwhile, a little further back, we're looking at Stephen Hassett. He's way at the back there. I don't even see him on the track at this moment in time. So I don't know what happened to Stephen Hassett, but we're going to go back. Braden Craycraft, excuse me, he's back there in that 3 machine, trying to get something done. He's at the back of the pack. He's back there with Bruce Spencer. Bruce Spencer's back there as well in the 43, looking to see if he can get something happening. He's going to try to sneak up on the inside. He's almost looking like he's going to try to make it pull wide in the back of the pack. Decides to stick to the outside line. All right, we're going to go back up. Logan Hamilton, he is now solidly in the first place position. Everyone else is cycled out behind him, but it's just like a hornet's nest back there. 1-1-1 to Chris Lewis and Tim Abrell, the number 9. They are both fighting for position as well. The roll at 21 goes up high, goes into the wall. He looks like he's okay, but he dropped way to the back. He could be in trouble. No green, no yellow flag. We're still racing. I'll tell you what, that was a heck of a hit. Good driving on his part. Got it onto the wall, saved it, got back out onto the track. Meanwhile, the 14 is jumping away from the rest of the pack. He had Tim Abrell in second. These guys are all getting into the wall. They're racing 3 wide back there. It's just a hornet's nest behind them. We have 18 trucks, or 17 trucks for like Stephen Hassett here tonight. So we have actually 17 trucks in the field, and these guys are all racing like crazy. We have race number 5 out of 6 races right here tonight. This is the 5th race. We were off last week for the holiday. So this was actually scheduled to be last week's race, but if we have jumped everything ahead by 1 week, we're going to Rockingham next week. Meanwhile, Jacob Brown has crashed. Go back and take a look and see what happened to Jacob Brown. He is there in that 13 machine. You can see him in the middle of your screen, the blue and white car. Take a look and see. We're going to slow it down to about quarter speed. You see he's coming up on the outside. Fisher Studios car, spinning sideways, got across the nose of him. That's all it took. Not a lot of damage, but it was enough to be a problem. Gonna try to hang on to it. But he got left behind. The rest of the pack left. He was basically the only truck there at the end of this thing. It could have been a lot worse than what it was. All right, so we're going to go back up with live. Going to go back up to the leader, Logan Hamilton. So we're going to try to zoom in on a few of these here machines. There's your Mountain Dew, Logan Hamilton's number 14. Then we have Tim Abrell. He's in the 9 car right there. Then we have Chris Lewis in the 111. Then we have Randy Cornwell, the 122. Lance Higgins in the 80. Then we have Uncle Tank in the 2 car, in the 2 truck, I should say, not the car. Evan Robertson, Evan Robertson in the 86. Then we have Josh Duncan in the 77. Braden Craycraft, he's back there in the number 3. Dalton Wilson, he's in the 18. Austin Wilson in the 33. Bruce Spencer in the 43. Chase Bullard in the 54. Ron Millam in the 91. Richard Covington in the 21. And Jacob Brown, who we just saw had that accident, in the 13. All right, so right now, Lance Higgins is staying out. He is cycled to the front of this pack. So we're going to keep an eye on him. We're going to get these guys recycled. Uncle Tank is in second. Evan Leakham, Austin Smith, and Logan Hamilton. They are your top 5 at this moment in time. Everyone else has gone into the pits. So for the guys that did not pit, it looked like everyone was into the pits. Everyone here in the 15 cars that I see here now, they've all pitted. So, all right. Reset, re-rack, and away we go once again. We're sitting here looking good. We are lap 8 out of 65. Lance Higgins is in the front right now. We had one caution for 2 laps with 2 lead changes thus far into the race. So we only have 65 laps here tonight. And I think it's going to tick down pretty quick. I think this race is going to go by pretty fast. The only problem is, being a larger tracks, much like Daytona or Talladega, these guys get into the drafting, they get a little bit tight racing. You may see some accidents happening. Things could go bad really fast for a few of these guys out here on the track here tonight. And if the way they're racing right off the bat is any indication, I'll tell you what, these guys are definitely in a hurry to get to the front of this pack. So, all right, Lance Higgins on the point. Going into turn 2 at this moment. Just coming out of turn 2. We have our Whiplash sim cams here tonight. Taking a look onto the backstretch. Everyone's looking pretty good. Couple guys coming up from the back of the pack, trying to play catch up. Excuse me. Lance Higgins, Uncle Tank, they're going to lead them down around the corner. Going into turn 3, coming around turn 3 and 4. You'll see them just a moment coming around the corner. Here they come. Again, this is a big track. It's a 2-mile long track. A lot of drafting comes into play here. All right, the pace car is going to pull off. There goes the pace car. We're going to go back to Barney in the flag stand. We're at the restart zone. Lance Higgins going to put his foot into it. Barney, wave that flag. Let's get her going. Here we go. Lance Higgins has jumped out into the front. He has got a good jump on Uncle Tank. Tell you what, they're 3 wide behind him. They're both going awfully high on the track. They did not stay low at all. That opened up the door for the 14. Logan Hamilton. Logan Hamilton decided to make something happen. Tried to get up there. Couldn't quite get it done. But he was working at it. He is right there as well as Austin Smith in the 33 and the 111 of Chris Lewis. These 5 trucks are all looking to see if they can get up to the front position, but it's the 14 that's jumping out into the lead on the inside. Lance Higgins a little bit high on the outside. 14's taking advantage of it. He's running along on the apron, actually trying to get by. Here we go. Across the start finish line going into turn 1. These guys are going to try to make this thing happen. Here they come, flying around the corner. They're coming around the turn 2 right now. They're all spaced out and they are cruising. The 14, though, Logan Hamilton, he has got a plan in mind. He knows what he wants to do, but they're 3 wide. Uncle Tank, Randy Cornwell, Chris Lewis, well, they're 4 wide almost. There's the 80s, slid way up there, trying to get into position. He couldn't quite do it. Slid way up the track. That's going to cost him a few positions because everyone's going to slide by him on the inside. The 3 is blinking right now. Going to have to keep an eye on that number 3 car. But they're 3 wide behind the leader. Meanwhile, Logan Hamilton, he is out in front of this thing and he does not want to give it up. Everyone else farther back, they are all just like a hornet's nest back there, just all trying to see if they can get up to the front. They're trying to get the drafting into play, I'm sure. They're drafting here at Michigan. Well, they have the 122 to 122 spinning around. Go back, Randy Cornwell. He saved it. Jacob Brown also went off the track. Let's take a quick look and see what happened to Jacob. He saw the 122, he went down. Oh, he caught the 122. Oh my goodness. Wow, what a hit. We're going to try to back that up. We're going to hit that again. We're going to take another look at that. We're going to try to do it in slow-mo. get a little bit better angle. He's coming around the corner. Looking out of his windshield, he sees the 122 going up the track. But he's going to come down right into the side of him. Whoa! Ripped his front fender off his truck. Almost flipping him on the infield grass. He was able to slide sideways. Now, this is the second one for the 13. 13's having a little bit of a struggle here this evening. Again, it was the 122 that was slid down in front of him. He tried to go low to try to stay away from him. He just couldn't get it done. Wow. All right, we're going to go back up with the leader. These guys are coming into the pits. There's a leader right now. He gave up the lead to 14, Logan Hamilton. He's the first one down pit lane. Going to go in and reset, get some fuel. Going to follow along with him and see if he grabs tires, actually. We want to take a look and see if he grabs tires, if he's just going to grab fuel and go. No, he's going to grab outside tires. The boys have unlimited tires here tonight. So if you can get a set of tires on your truck, you might as well grab them. All right, there's your leader, or was your leader, the 14, Logan Hamilton. But right now, the 3, Braden Craycraft, he is now your leader at this moment in time. Take a quick look. He did not come out that time. He did not come in for tires or fuel. And Higgins has been out right there in the second place. Lance Higgins in the 80. He has not come out at all. So, yeah, he is not pitted at all. And Leakum in the 11th position, he is not pitted either. So they have both been out for 13 laps, and Uncle Tank has been out for 13 laps. I thought he came in earlier, but it's showing that he was out for the entire 13 laps thus far. We're going to go back up to Braden Craycraft. He is leading this thing. We're going to watch as they go around. The lights are still on the pace car. Coming down to the start-finish line. The lights will go off this time by. They're going to have one lap around the track. We're going to walk through the cars, see how they do. There's the 3. Now, again, he was blinking a little bit earlier. I don't know if that may or may not be an issue on the restart. Now, he's decided to take the outside line. Thinks it might be a little bit better. Oh, my goodness, he just blinked. He is blinking still. So that's not a good thing. Yes, the 3 is blinking. I'll tell you what, if he starts blinking on the restart, he disappears in front of that 111. When he reappears, that 111 truck could have a truck sitting on top of his hood. I know that happened to me years ago there. When I was racing there, the one fellow was blinking really bad. He blinked. I thought, oh, well, he's gone. And I put my foot into it. The next thing I know, he reappeared on top of the hood of my truck, spun me out, spun both of us out. That was the end of the race for me. So hopefully the 3 can get it under control. Doesn't blink any longer. We're looking at them coming around the corner. Going around into turn 4. He's looking pretty good now. He's not blinking at the moment. Everyone's 2 by 2. Everyone's getting right on each other's back bumper. Barney's got the flag up in the air. The pace car is pulling off. They're coming to the restart zone. Oh, the 3 just blinked again. All right, here we go. Restart. Drop the flag, Barney. Let's get her going. The 3 is jumping out in the front. He's right in front of that 111. The 9 is right there on the outside as well. The 80 didn't get a good jump off the start there. But the 3 is out in front. The 111 of Chris Lewis, he's taking a look on the low side. The 9 of Tim Embro, he is taking a look as well. He doesn't know whether to go low or to go high. He's deciding to stay high behind the 3 at this moment in time. And the 111 is definitely running side by side with the 3. Tim Embro is right there, taking a look. Looks like Logan Hamilton, he's right back up there in the mix. He was running fast. Now 111 jumped back in front of the 3. The 33 has dropped down to the low side now. He's going to try to get a run on the low side. They're swapping position back and forth. They're almost beating doors on each other. 3 wide, and the number 14, Logan Hamilton, snuck through that. He's in a rush. He's on his way up there. With the 111 and the 14, they are both struggling. Meanwhile, the 3 is blinking pretty bad up at the front. That is scary. All right, so we have the 33 as well. Austin Smith, he's right up there out of nowhere. Not quite sure where he came from. And the 77 to Josh Duncan. Both of these guys are sliding slowly up towards the front of the pack. Meanwhile, the 14 still has control, Logan Hamilton. But I'll tell you what, these guys are all starting to circle the wagons. They're going to start catching up. The 14 right now in front of the 111. He's still running away with this. Chris Lewis can't seem to do much about it. We're going to jump onto the roof cam of Chris Lewis. He's right there. He has a whole mess of trucks behind him. A big taxi of Austin Smith right behind him. Meanwhile, he's right there trying to see if he can get by. He's looking at the back end. He's trying to take a look, see if he can get by him. He can't quite get it done there. He's going to take a look on the inside going around this corner. Not quite enough. Doesn't quite have the speed. He's dropping back a little bit. That gives the 14 a little bit of an advantage driving away from the 111 of Chris Lewis. Meanwhile, a little farther back, these guys are fighting for position. There's Josh Duncan. Josh Duncan is right there. He's right there trying to look. He has Tim Abril on the inside. He has the 33 of Austin Smith on the outside. Well, the 111's going for a slide. He was able to save it, but they're almost 4 wide, 3 wide up in the front, the second, third, and fourth. They're all 3 wide, basically going down the back stretch, trying to get something happening going in through turn 3 and 4. And I'll tell you what, these guys are racing like it's the last race of the season. We got Rockingham next week, guys. And I'll tell you, these guys are in a hurry to get it done. Austin Smith right now in second place in the 33. Josh Duncan is just dropped back into 4th. Tim Abril dropped up into 3rd. They're racing and beating away on each other. Whoa! These guys are just beating away on each other, trying to see if they can get up, do something. Oh, that's the 3. He's still blinking. Meanwhile, the 77, Josh Duncan, he's got a little loose. He's dropping back. He got a little loose there. He's dropping back a little bit. Back up to Logan Hamilton, though. He's still driving away with this thing. He's got 0.4 of a second, almost 0.5 of a second over top of Austin Smith. Austin Smith is back there. Then we have Tim Abril. These 3 guys are driving away from the rest of the pack. The rest of the pack is falling back. Jump on to Tim Abril and take a look out his rear window. You can see all the rest of the pack going into turn 3 and 4, but they are dropping back. They are almost a second behind Tim Abril as he goes across the start-finish line. Man, I'll tell you what, these guys up at the front, Logan Hamilton, Austin Smith, Tim Abril, they're all driving away from the pack. The rest of the pack is way behind them at this moment. Look at Austin Smith. 1.2 seconds behind Randy Cornwell. We'll take a little bit better look. We'll take a look at the blimp cam. I don't know if you can see the leaders up in front. Up to his roll bar. There's the leaders. That's the gap that you have. First, second, and third position. We're on the roof of the 4th position truck. And he is right there. Meanwhile, right behind him, everyone else is following pretty much in line, but they're all right there following right behind. But he's got a long way to go to catch up to the leaders. Lap 24 out of 65. we've got this thing happening. We've got a race going on here, guys. All right, back up to the front. Right now, Tim Aberell, he's taking a look. He's going to see if he can get something done. He's going to try to get on the inside of the 14. He's looking wide. He's going to go for it if he can. He's going to try to make it happen, but he has a 33 right there beside him. He's gone down low on the 14. And maybe only 3 of them up front, but they're all racing. Meanwhile, the pack is slowly starting to catch up, but not by much. It's all about these 3 trucks out in front. Meanwhile, farther back, check out Uncle Tank. He's back there in the middle of this pack. Taking a look on his roof cam. He's coming around. These guys are all over the board. They're hitting the low line, the high line, the middle line. They're all over, trying to find the right racing line to get the speed to catch up with the leaders. A little bit further back, Bruce Spencer, he's back there by himself. Ron Millam, he's back there by himself. Jacob Brown, he's out of the race. I can't see him at all. There's Ron Millam, there's Bruce Spencer, Evan Robinson, and Richard Covington. They're back there, but they are about 5 seconds off the leader. Meanwhile, Dalton Wilson, these guys are, he's up to him and Evan Leakham. They're both at the trailing the pack in the middle of the race, this thing. Meanwhile, Logan Hamilton, he is now out in the lead, and he's got a commanding lead over top of Tim Aberell and Austin Smith. These guys have all spread apart. Logan Hamilton has got 0.5 of a second over top of Tim Aberell. So he's just trying to see if he can get away from him as quickly as he can. You can see the gap out his rear window. There's Tim Aberell coming up behind in the red truck. So they are all settling in. Lap 28 out of 65. Take a quick look at that pit strategy. They're all running about 14 laps. And again, they can get about 35 laps to a tank of fuel. So these guys are all good to go for a while. So right now, again, Tim Aberell is starting to close the gap. He's about a little over 1/10 of a second behind the leader. Trying to see if he can get up there again. He slid back quite a little ways. Now he's right there once again. Taking a look. He's going to take a look on the inside. I bet you going into this turn. He's going to try to take a look. He's going to drop down low. He's got the 14 up on the high side. He's going to get by him. This time by. Not quite. They're back side by side racing once again. Logan Hamilton refusing to give up the lead. Tim Aberell is trying to get him on the inside. He's got to run on the inside, but he loses it. Once they get onto the straightaway, that high line is definitely a little bit quicker on the high line. Meanwhile, back here a little bit further, Austin Smith and Randy Cornwell, they're fighting side by side. The 122 and the 33, they're going at it for 4th position. And the 54, Chase Bullard, he's right there looking to see what these guys are doing. Once they make a mistake, they're racing side by side. As soon as one of them makes a mistake or one of them opens the door, he's going to take a look. Actually, right now, he's looking seriously at the low side. But you can see the width of this track at Michigan. Michigan is a big track. It's a 2-mile track, but it's also a wide track. They can go 5 wide if they really dared to go 5 wide. 4 wide, not a problem. 3 wide, absolutely. So this could be a heck of a run for these guys up front here, because they're separated from the main pack. The main pack is back a little bit further. But again, everyone's getting spaced out. So unless we get a caution or a wreck, the way these guys are spaced out right now, there's not a whole lot of room for give and take. Right there we have the 84. Evan Lincoln. He's there in that Toyota, taking a look behind Double McDum and the 3 of Jordan truck of Braden Craycraft. Braden got into the back of the 18, got him a little loose. But he's doing a good job holding on to it. He's holding back Braden Craycraft. Braden's trying to see if he can do something with it. Take a look from his roof cam. He does. He's trying to get by him right there now. He's going by the 18 on the inside, but the Double McDum truck is holding off, trying to catch up with him. Not going to be able to do it. Sliding right into the back end of him. All right, so back up with Randy Cromwell. Randy Cornwell is back up there in the 122. He's high on the outside. He's going to see if he can do something. There's Chase Bullard right there. Austin Smith right in front of him. Taking a look from Austin Smith, he's looking up at Tim Abro. And he's gaining on Tim Abro. He's got a run. He wants to make something happen on the outside. Meanwhile, you have the 54, Chase Bullard. He's down low, sliding up into the high side, going to try to get a little bit of draft, trying to pick up a little bit of speed momentum. But look at that 33. The 33 is getting right on the back of Tim Abrell. He's catching a little bit of the draft. He's gaining a little bit of speed. Again, Michigan, it's a long track. Excuse me. Here we go. He's going to take a look on the inside. He's right there. Whoa, close to the rear quarter panel. Didn't quite get it done. Trying to get it done across the front straightaway. He lost the draft a little bit, so he's going to have to try to pick up the pace. Meanwhile, right behind him, Randy Cornwell in the 122. Excuse me. He's running high, trying to see if he can get something happening. All right, on to the backstretch. They're all looking good, but you can see the gap between all the trucks. Everyone back there is just kind of watching what they can do, but they are definitely getting all spread out. We're coming in a turn 4 onto the front straightaway. Again, you can see the gap between the trucks. They are all spread out. There's not a whole lot of give and take at this moment in time. Austin Smith, though, is taking a look on the inside of Tim Abro. He does get second place. This is where most of the action's happening tonight, folks. I like to go through the field, but right now, tonight, most of the action is in these top 5 trucks. It's not Logan Hamilton. Logan Hamilton's driving away from everybody, but Austin Smith, Tim Abro, Randy Cornwell, Chris Lewis, and even Chase Bullard, he's right there, been looking on the outside. He's in 6th position, and he's looking at the other top 5 trucks, trying to see what they're going to do. Meanwhile, Chris Lewis, he's in the back of these guys. He's taking a look. He's looking at Randy Cornwell, seeing if he can get up around. Oh, he's awfully close to Randy. He got awfully close. He dropped down, get out of his way. He almost caught the rear quarter panel of Randy. Randy's going to go down low on the inside. He's right there looking on the inside of Tim Abro. Couldn't quite get it done. This is where the race is happening again. The top 5 trucks are definitely in a hurry to get somewhere tonight. Lap 38 out of 65. We are counting down the laps here any moment. These guys are going to be racing their hearts out. Meanwhile, up in front, we have Austin Smith. He was just looking at the leader. Couldn't quite get it done with Logan Hamilton. He falls back in behind him. But he was up there looking. He's going to drop back down low once again. Logan Hamilton way up high next to him. Oh, we have. The truck was sliding sideways. Looked like Randy Cornwell. Randy was sliding sideways. He was able to save it. We're going to back him up just a little bit. Take a quick look because he was really in trouble there for a moment. Just going to slow him down just a moment. We'll take a quick look. He came around the corner. Looked like he got tagged by the 111 truck of Chris Lewis. Put him sideways. Coming around the turn. He was able to hang on to it. That's some really good driving on Randy Cornwell's part. He was able to hang on to it. He was able to get it down to the apron. He did not spin out, did not bring out the caution flag. Then he was able to roll it onto pit lane. Going down to full speed here now. So he was able to get on the pit lane with that truck. Wow. Good driving on Randy's part. All right, we're going to go back up. Austin Smith has jumped into the lead. He got ahead of Tim Averell because Lance Higgins gone into the pits. Who else has gone into the pits? We're looking for Logan Hamilton. Logan Hamilton fell back. Didn't quite get to see that. We were watching the accident happen with Randy Cornwell. So Tim Averell has been able to jump out in front of this thing. 25 laps to go, but he has Austin Smith right on his back bumper. Austin's taking a look. He's looking down low, going to see if he can get something going. Again, that high line is pretty quick off the turn. But when you get into the corner, if you can get on the low side, you can definitely gain a little bit of speed, a little bit of momentum. Right now, he's going to try, the 33 going to try to go high in the corner. Not going to work for him. Actually, that's going to open up the door to Chris Lewis. Chris Lewis is going to jump in. But there's Tim Averell. He is coming into the pits now. So that puts Austin Smith into the lead of this thing. He's out in front. He has the 111 and Chris Lewis behind him. Logan Hamilton into 14, going low. He's going to see if he can do something. Logan's going to try. He's up in the second place. He lost first place. He was driving along with first place. He was doing a real good job. Couldn't quite hold it. Lost it for a little while. He's right there in the mix, looking on the inside of the 33. Austin Smith is going to lose the lead to Logan Hamilton. Once again, Logan Hamilton back into the front of this thing. Now Logan Hamilton just passed him enough to say, okay, I can pass him. Now he's coming in. Oh, the 77's coming in hot. 77's coming in hot, Josh Duncan. He saved it. No harm, no foul. But man, I'll tell you, he may be getting a black flag for coming in hot. All right, so we're going to go back with Logan Hamilton. We're going to follow him down. We want to see what he's going to take. I'm assuming he's going to take 4 tires and a full tank of Sunoco fuel. He's taking outside tires now. He's going up on the inside, taking inside tires as well. And away he goes. He's getting off a pit lane. There we go. All right, so but Austin Smith is actually, he's coming in. He was leading the lap. Chase Bullard's coming in. Richard Covington, he is now in the lead of this thing. So he's up in front, that 21 machine, Richard Covington. That gives Dalton Wilson in the 18. He's going to fall into second place. Bruce Spencer's falling into third place. So let's take a quick look. Richard Covington, he is on 30 laps. Wilson's on 30 laps. Spencer's on 30 laps. Leakin's on 30 laps. Bullard's on 30 laps. And Smith is on 36 laps. But Smith is in the pits actually now. Chase Bullard. Okay, so these guys are all in. So the top 3 are still running 30 laps. We're going to jump back up with the leader, Richard Covington. So I'm expecting him to come down into pit lane here probably within the next 4 or 5 laps. To kind of get cycled through and get new tires, fuel, and that should give him enough to finish out this race without any problems. There's the 77. He's coming up real fast. He's down a lap. He's going to pass the leader. He's going to get his lap back. The 21, Richard Covington, he is in the lead. Again, the 77 just got his lap back. He just flew by the 21. That's the thing about new tires here. New tires give you all kinds of traction, and you're going to fly. The 21's trying to keep up to the 77, trying to catch back up. But again, I'm expecting Covington in the 21 to be coming in here any time now. He's going on to the backstretch. He has the 77 right in front of him. He's trying to catch up with him, or trying to get the draft off the back of him, perhaps. Trying to see if he can get some speed that way. Can't quite catch up to him. Meanwhile, the 84 is looking to get up by the 21. The 84, Evan Leakum, he's going to pass the leader. He's going to get his lap back. So it's really playing on the 21. The 21 of Richard Covington, he's definitely going to come into the pits and get some tires. Because all these guys with fresh tires, they're just rolling by him. So Richard Covington on the back stretch right now as the 86. That's Evan Robertson. He's going to go by him as well. Coming around turns 3 and 4. I'm expecting Richard to have, there he is. Richard's coming in now. He's coming into the pits. All right, so Dalton Wilson in the 18 is now going to take over the lead. But just take a look back. Dalton Wilson has got 34 laps. So is Spencer and Covington. These guys are all going to have to come in here within the next lap or two as well. I'm just going to take a quick look. I'm just going to double check. I got my trading paints up. It just flashed on me though. So folks, I'm going to reload that just to make sure. I had it loaded earlier. Everybody's going to just turn white here just for a second because my trading paints just flickered at me and I was wondering if it might be an issue. Just want to make sure we're all good. You're going to see these guys change paint jobs here in a second. Here we go. They're just cycling through. Dalton Wilson, just waiting for him to cycle through his paint job. There we go. All right, just wanted to be sure because I saw a little flicker out of the corner of my eye. Wanted to make sure we had everyone with their proper paint job. Dalton Wilson, he's still out on the track, 17 laps to go. I don't think he's going to have enough fuel to get up there. Bruce Spencer, he is 5 seconds. He's second place in that 43, but he is over 5 seconds behind the leader, Logan Hamilton. He's a lap down. No, he's not. No, Logan Hamilton is not. He's about 17 seconds though behind the leader. Bruce Spencer just came into the pits. Bruce Spencer just came into the pits, so he's coming in. Now when Dalton Wilson in the 18, when he comes into the pits, that I believe is going to put Logan Hamilton back as your leader. So, all right, we're just watching for the 18 to come in. It looks like he's coming down on the pit lane there now. There he is. He's coming in the pit lane now. So that's going to cycle everyone through. Logan Hamilton is your leader once again as he goes by the entrance to pit lane. So everyone's got enough fuel to run this thing down the rest of the way. With 15 laps to go, Logan Hamilton has a 3-second lead minimum over top of 33 of Austin Smith. He's got almost a 5-second lead over Tim Abreu. Randy Cornwell, he's about 5 3/10 away from the leader. Uncle Tag is about almost 6.5 seconds behind the leader as well. But right now, Logan Hamilton looking really solid for him. We're going to take a quick look. Logan Hamilton, he's actually farther back in the points. He's actually in the 15th position, back with 81 points, following Tim Abreu at 127. But this is definitely going to put him further up the line if he can win this race here tonight. So we're just taking a look. Because Austin Smith is also, he's in 5th place right now in the points, 108. Again, behind Timothy Abreu at 127. So, Austin Smith is sitting in a pretty good place. Now Tim Abreu, again, he's in third place. He's going to jump up in the points. So this is going to get interesting before we go into Rockingham next week, where the points are all going to fall. But right now, Logan Hamilton, he's driving away from everyone. Going to go back and take a look, see if there's any action between any of these drivers. There's the 111 truck of Piston Lewis. He's behind Chase Bullard in the 54. He has Braden Craycraft behind him in the 3. They're all running fairly close. But tell you what, Braden's right on the back bumper of him, trying to see if he can get by the 111 Chris Lewis truck. Going to take a look on the inside. Whoa, way down on the line. Really tight. Well, we got a little loose coming around the inside. Couldn't quite get it done. Fell back in behind the 111 truck. Just taking a look and see who else. Josh Duncan back here. He's racing against the 84. No, sorry, that's the 86 of Evan Leakham. He's driving the 86. He's listed as the 84. Evan Leakham truck, he is in the 84, but again, it's 86 on the side of his truck here tonight. It looks like the 84. Let me take a quick look. Let's zoom in. No, that is the 84. I apologize. I thought it said 86. My mistake. The purple kind of blended in from a distance. I couldn't quite see. It kind of looked like that, but in this light, no, it says the 84. My mistake. Anyway, so back up Logan Hamilton. Again, he's driving away with this thing. 11 laps to go. He's got 3 4/10 of a second over top of the 33 of Austin Smith. He's about 5 8/10 of a second over top of Tim Abreu. So the way this is lining up here, folks, I'll tell you what, the race right now, a little bit tight. But right now we have Chris Lewis. He's still fighting out with the 3 truck of Braden Craycraft. These guys are the only two that are really racing each other at this moment in time. They're both racing for a position. They're both racing for the 8th position. The 3 wants it, but the 3's still blinking. That's scary. Oh my goodness, that's scary as all get out. He starts blinking. You just don't know where he's going to be. He's right there beside him. On the inside. They're neck and neck. Neither one giving an inch. 9 laps to go. Trying to see if he can get something done. Couldn't quite get it done back there. There we go. Side-by-side racing. The 3's going to jump up beside him. You got to run on the corner. You can't quite get it done this time or by. They are going on to the backstretch. Couldn't quite get it done. You see these two guys racing side by side. Everyone else is fairly spaced out. You don't really see a whole lot of action between anybody else. Everyone else is looking pretty good. There's Uncle Tank. He's right there behind the 122 of Randy Cornwell. So we're going to follow this along for a moment. Uncle Tank is going to see if he can do something with it. He's right there looking on the inside. He's got a good run on the inside. Randy's high on the outside. Can't quite get it done. They're side by side going down the back straightaway. Uncle Tank's got a run on the inside, trying to make it happen. But again, Randy Cornwell, and when he gets to the straightaway, he's just driving ahead of Uncle Tank. So again, the turns work on the low side at Michigan, but on the straightaway, it's the high side that's got all the speed. Meanwhile, Logan Hamilton, he's up there. He's getting into the back end of lap traffic. There's the 43, Bruce Spencer. If he gets around Bruce, Bruce is on the lead lap right now, but if he gets around him, that'll put Bruce down 1 lap. Ron Millam is back a lap. Dalton Wilson's down a lap. I believe Evan Robertson, he's in the 86 actually. I believe he's down a lap. All right, so here we go. Logan Hamilton going to go around him on the high side. The 43, Now he's going to drop back a lap. Bruce Spencer is down 1 lap now. All right, so 6 laps to go. Logan Hamilton is sitting out there really, really comfortable in first place. No real competition by anyone at all. Again, Austin Smith, he's back there. He's coming up. He's got Tim Abreu, but Tim Abreu's about 2.8 seconds behind. Uncle Tank and Randy Cornwell, they're still fighting back and forth, trying to fight each other for that 4th position. Meanwhile, you have Chase Bullard. He's coming up behind both of these guys. He's going to be up there. We got 5 laps to go. With the caution that just came out, what happened? Where did the caution come out for? This is going to take a look. We're going to take a look. Evan Robertson, it looked like he went off the track. Oh my goodness, let's back this up. Take a look and see what happened. There's the 86. We're running along in slow-mo. He's up against the wall. There's the 77 coming around. He came off the wall, down into the side of the 77. Wow, that's all it took. These guys got into it, and that was it. Man, the 77 went for a ride. The 86 was riding the wall. He got off the wall. He didn't realize, I guess, maybe that the 77 was coming around him on the inside. The two of these guys are locked in each other. Man, I'll tell you what. That is not good for the 77. 77 was just minding his own business. But again, this is going to put everything on a whole new spin, because now Logan Hamilton is going to have to fight off with the green-white checker. With 4 laps to go right now, we're going to caution for a couple laps. So it's going to be definitely a green-white checker for Logan Hamilton. We're lap 62 out of 65. Logan Hamilton's the leader. He's going to come in now. We've had 3 cautions for 7 laps. But right now, Logan Hamilton is going to come into the pits. He's going to come in. I get the feeling he's going to grab tires. He doesn't need any fuel. Uncle Tank has dropped out into the lead now. We're going to follow along with Logan Hamilton. He's going to try to come in there. He's going to grab outside tires. Man, I'll tell you what, this is a risky move. He was on the head of this race. He was in first place. He's taken 4 tires all the way around. He's dropped back into 6th position. Like, I don't know, man. That's a risky move by the 14, Logan Hamilton. Uncle Tank right now is up in the front of this thing. I believe right in front of him, that is the 91. Yes, that's the 91 of Ron Milham. Ron Milham is waiting for his wave around. So as soon as the lights go off of the pace car, Ron will have a chance to drive around the pace car and try to speed his way around the track to get back up to the back of the pack, get his lap back. But Uncle Tank is running this thing down. It's going to be a green-white checker. Or it could be a green-white wrecker. We just don't know. Uncle Tank, Lance Higgins in 2nd, Evan Leakham in 3rd, Austin Smith in 4th, Chase Bullard in 5th, Logan Hamilton in 6th position. But then we also have the 3 of Braden Craycraft. He's there in 7th position, but he's got a blinking truck, so you got to be careful with him. That also leaves Tim Abreu. He is on the outside of the 3. He's in 8th position right now. So, wow. I'll tell you what, this is going to get interesting. Riding along with Uncle Tank. He's following the pace car. He's right there. This is going to get interesting, folks. don't change that dial. Don't change the channel. We got something going on here. Coming down the back straightaway. Everyone's kind of taking a look, seeing what they can do. 3 laps to go. Green-white checker situation. Coming around the turns 3 and 4. This car's coming around. He's trying to catch up to the back of the pack. That was the 91, Ron Millam. You get the wave around. There he is coming into the back of the pack now. All right, the pace car is going to pull off. Going to go back up to Barney in the flag stand. They're on the restart zone. Uncle Tank better put his foot into it. He's got to pedal fast because these guys are going to be all over him. Here he goes. Uncle Tank jumps out in the front. 80 on the high side. Lance Higgins. But we have the 84. Evan Leakham. He's right there. We got 4 wide going down behind them. Wow, these guys are really racing for the front. There we go. The 33 got spun around. 33 spun around. Wow, okay. Austin Smith. He's going around backwards. There's the 84, the 54. These guys all get into it. Going to go back and take a look. See what happened. Evan Leakham. He's in the 84. We're going to ride along slow here. See what happened. Looks like the 54 came up a little bit. No, it was... Okay, the 84 came up into the 33. Then he dropped back down towards the 9. Came back up, hit the 122. Wow. 54 is into it. These guys, wow. They were all definitely in a world of hurt. Man, I'll tell you what. Uncle Tank, back up to the front of this pack. We'll go back up to live racing. Uncle Tank is back up to the front of this thing. We're waiting for this to happen. There is no more. So this is the final lap. Uncle Tank is going to take this. That was a 1 chance green-white checker. So Uncle Tank is going to lead this thing down. That means Lance Higgins is going to be in second, Tim Averill in third, Logan Hamilton brought home fourth. That's the way it looks to me right now. We're just waiting for the official word, but these guys are going to come around the corner. Barney's got the yellow flag in hand. He's got to switch it out for the checkered flag for Uncle Tank. It's going to work out well for Uncle Tank. Uncle Tank is going to get the checkered flag. Lance Higgins second. Tim Averill is in third again. Logan Hamilton, Braden Craycraft, Randy Cornwell, Richard Covington Jr., Chris Lewis, Bruce Spencer, Ron Millam. They are your top 10. 11th was Austin Smith, Chase Bullard, Dalton Wilson, Josh Duncan, Evan Leakham, Evan Robertson, Jacob Brown, and then Stephen Hassett. Wow. All right, we're going to go back up to Uncle Tank. Uncle Tank's going to go around. He's going to do his little bit of a burnout, I would say. Man, I thought they had more green-white checkers, to be honest. But that was it. We've had 1 chance at a green-white checker. That's the way it worked out, and it worked out in Uncle Tank's favor tonight. That's going to help him. Because Uncle Tank right now, he is actually in second place, tied with Sage Greco. Sage Greco's not in the race tonight. So that's going to help him jump up in the points. Here we go. Uncle Tank's going to go for a ride. Yes, sir. That's one happy camper right there now. I'll tell you what, he's just going for a ride. He's having all kinds of fun in that truck here right now. Victory Lane. He's going to burn it down. Yes, sir. Alright, we're going to see if we can grab onto you guys. I don't see Uncle Tank in the chat channel, but we're going to see if we can grab onto the other leaders. All right. We're going to close out a couple of things here. We're going to get things under control. We're going to bring up the race. Here we go. So here's your final standings right now. Uncle Tank, he led 5 laps at the end of this thing. He won the race. Then Lance Higgins, he came in second in the 80 truck. Tim Abrell, your points leader, he came in third. Then we had Logan Hamilton in fourth, Braden Craycraft in fifth, Randy Cornwell in sixth, Richard Covington seventh, Chris Lewis in eighth, Bruce Spencer in ninth, Ron Millam in 10th. 11th went to Austin Smith, Chase Bullard in 12th, Dalton Wilson in 13th, Josh Duncan in 14th, Evan Leakham in 15th, Evan Robertson in 16th, Jacob Brown 17th, and Stephen Hassett, he did the starting part. He was down 66 laps. So we were again at Michigan International Speedway, 2-mile track. We did 66 laps overall with the green-white checker. We had 13 lead changes, 9 different leaders. We had 4 cautions for a total of 10 laps. The hard charger tonight was Braden Craycraft. He came up 8 positions in that blinking 3 truck. He was able to maintain it. Logan Hamilton, he led the most laps, 38 laps for him. Josh Duncan, he had the fastest lap in that 77 truck. And the pole position went to Tim Abrell. Again, Tim ended up in 3rd position. So we're going to see if we can grab onto a couple of these guys. Lance Higgins, let's see if we can grab onto... Hey, Tim, it's hard up here in the booth. You got a copy, bud?
Yeah, I got you.
I'll tell you what, man, that was a heck of a run for you. You're right there. You're at the top of the points, but you still brought home the top 3 podium finish. So, I mean, I think you're sitting pretty good there.
Yeah, I mean, not good enough, but it is what it is.
Right on. Well, I'll tell you, at the end there, you had a little bit of a struggle during the race all along. Did you have any one in particular that you really thought was going to really cost you the race, or something that was going to give you the chance to win the race?
Well, right there at the end, thought I had a really good shot at it because we're supposed to have more than one green-white checker, but I guess the session wasn't set up correctly, so we ended up only having one green-white checker. I guess the admins knew that because the admins stayed out. So we didn't know that. So our whole team pitted. That way we could come get tires because we thought we were going to get more than one attempt at it. If we knew we were only going to get one attempt at it, we'd have probably stayed out and the right cars would have won.
Right on. Well, I'll tell you what, I was surprised myself. I was sitting there waiting for another, round up, for a second green-white checker. I was surprised when they were coming around and taking the checkered flag. But, yeah, overall, though, I think you're still pretty solid in the first place for the points. I think you're still sitting pretty good.
Yeah, I should have a good cushion heading into the last week. I mean, as long as I, finish decent and don't get destroyed and finish last, it should be pretty well wrapped up. It's still just the point of should be even more.
Right on. Well, Rockingham next week, man. That's the last race of the season. Hopefully we'll see you up there on the podium for a podium finish. See if you can take first place next week.
Yeah, Rockingham's one of my favorite tracks. I've won there a lot in other leagues, so definitely looking forward to that.
All right, so have you got anything for any of your family, friends, or sponsors before I let you go?
Yeah, just give a shout out to Cornwall Barbecue Sauce and all the guys back at shop at TI Racing. Shout out to you for putting on this broadcast. Shout out to people watching it, to be like Tony Perkins, Captain Lochran, Sandy Beto, Tyler Schaefer, Jesse, whoever else I sent the link to. Look forward to next week.
All righty, man. Well, we'll see you next week at the Rockingham. Have a good week, my friend.
You too.
That was Tim Abrell. He brought home third. Again, he's your points leader with one race left to go. All right, we're going to grab on the Lance Higgins. Hey, Lance, you got a copy there, bud?
Yes, I do.
Hey, man, I'll tell you what, second place, that's not too bad.
I'll take it. It was a little bit of a shred of luck. Just accidentally playing the cautions right. Everybody was taking advantage of all the free tires this race, and I just wanted to see what would happen if I stayed out, and it seemed to work out pretty good.
Oh, it definitely worked out in your favor tonight, without a doubt.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I had a whole 20 laps on this track going into it, just practicing in an ARCA car, not even in the truck. And but we were doing pretty good. I noticed everybody was complaining about getting super loose, and I was flat-footing it all the way around the track, so I knew we were going to be doing all right for most of the race. And I guess I really just got lucky at the end there with everybody going in for the caution, and the one green, white checkered, so it worked out pretty good for me.
Yes, I was actually surprised. Logan Hamilton was leading this thing, and I was really surprised. Risky move on his part to give up the lead to drop in and get 4 tires. It worked a little bit for him. He brought home 4th place, but it didn't quite work for him. So, Michigan, did you find the draft was coming into play at all, drafting behind other trucks?
Oh yeah, it was definitely a big deal on this one. A few times where I was lifting off a little bit, get the guy behind me to catch up a little bit, so we could push to the next group, and then we'd both just get loose together, so it wouldn't work out too good. But it was the draft was a big proponent in this one.
Well, I'll tell you, it was definitely a lot of fun to watch, a lot of fun to broadcast. You guys gave me a lot to look at. There was trucks all over the place. There were 4 wide in places. I mean, it's a wide track, but I mean, 4 wide can get a little sketchy, even on a wide track.
Yeah, it was a little puckery there a few times going 4 wide, but we kept it together for the most part.
There you go. What do you think about going to Rockingham next week? How do you like the Rock?
It's another track I don't have a whole lot of time on. It was the track that I raced on when I first got iRacing about a year ago, or not even a year ago, a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes again. Hopefully I'm a little better than I was back when I first started out. So
right on.
Excited though.
Might see you on the podium finish next week as well. Again, it's the last race of the season. So you have anything for sponsors or friends before I let you go?
Yeah, I'd just love to thank Arm Engineering. Go check out armengineer.com for some nice BMW parts.
Right on. All right, man. I'll tell you what. It was a lot of fun to watch. Congratulations on your 2nd place finish, and we will see you next week at the Rock.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
All righty. So that was Lance Higgins. He brought home 2nd place. Now, we don't have Uncle Tank, unfortunately, in the 2 truck. Again, we missed out on him. He's not in the Discord that I can see, so I won't be able to chat with our winner here tonight. But that was a heck of a run for Uncle Tank. He ran in the middle of the pack for a while. He was all over the track, but he ended up where he wanted to be at the start of this race at the very front. When they had the accident, came in for the caution, a lot of trucks came in. He stayed out, ran the risk, and it worked out in his favor. So I'll tell you what, Uncle Tank, good on you. You did a good job holding down the fort, taking home the win. So this will be us from Michigan. Next week, we are at Rockingham, the Rock. It'll be the last race of this truck series. It's been a lot of fun. But I'll tell you what, it's going to get very interesting because we'll have to watch and see what the points do. Because right now, Timothy Abril is in 1st place, but he brought home 3rd. And Uncle Tank, he was actually tied for 2nd with Sage Greco. Sage Greco was not in the race tonight. So I'm not sure. Uncle Tank's going to be really close to that 1st place of Timothy Abril when we go into the Rock next week. It'll be interesting. Who's going to be the champion for 6 weeks of racing in these trucks? I'm not sure. You'll have to come next week to find out. We'll figure it out next week. All right. That's it for me. Art the Pirate Millen up here in the booth. We'll see you all next week. Have a great week, everyone. Bye for now.